Hello everybody and welcome back to Not Cry. As always, we are jumping right back into the Archon quest today with a little bit of housekeeping at the top. Let's see. We have Penned by the Wind, Venti! Hi, Venti. We have so many letters to get through. Ooh, look at my check-in rewards. Hee, don't mind if I do. And, ooh, I need to check out if I can do that. This is ending soon, that's ending soon, sure. Let's see if we can find another letter. I was thinking of doing Diaz, and maybe one other. Maybe Kachina's as well. But let's start it with Dia. Here she is. Dual Claymores. Seems like she heard about Varka. From Dia. We just landed a big contract. The client's generous. Good pay, and they even stocked us up with a new batch of weapons. I went to take a look and tried a few out myself. Not bad. Smithing these days is impressive. Light, easy to handle, smooth on the swing. And from what I hear, they're made with some pretty rare, high-grade materials. Still, I spent too long in the desert. If a weapon doesn't have some weight to it, it just doesn't feel right in my hands. I like something with heft. That solid pull is what I trust. Been thinking I might try dual claymores next. You know anyone who's good with that style? Don't keep them to yourself. Introduce me sometime. Anyway, even if I didn't pick one, it wasn't a wasted trip. I asked around and stocked up on some useful foraging materials for you. Here, take them. You never know when they'll come in handy. Yay, and she sent us ores! That's fantastic. I'm constantly fighting to replenish my ore supply, so thank you, Dia. Whoa, that's gorgeous. That's pretty cool. And it seems like she hasn't yet heard of Varka, but we certainly have. We should introduce them. And let's see. Next up is Kachina. Oh yeah, happy birthday, Dia. Happy birthday, Kachina. From Kachina. Giving it my all. Master, how's your journey going so far? Everything's been good on our end. Mulani has even been preparing for the next dynamic... Mulani has been preparing for the next dynamic disco. And she even asked me to help come up with some new choreography. Of course, I'm honored. But I heard she's planning to invite quite a number of new friends this time. And I worry that I'll mess things up. And I worry that I'll mess things up. And I worry that I'll mess it up. Mess things up. So on and so forth. But Mulani tells me there's nothing to worry about at all. It's just a very casual gathering. And since dance is something that everyone creates together, there's no need for me to feel so much pressure, she says. So yeah, I won't let her encouragement go to waste. But since I'm not a professional, I'll have to really do my best here to do a good job. I've been practicing new dance moves even in my dreams. Since you're already my master in martial arts, would you be my dance teacher this time too? I promise to have plenty of food to keep my stamina up, and to make this as fuss-free for you as possible. I mean, Kachina, martial arts skill does not necessarily equate to dancing skill. I get the feeling she's probably a better dancer than we are already. Have you seen her idol? And it restores HP, and it looks like her ears. That is so cute. Well, happy birthday, Kachina. I hope it goes well. There we go. We are getting through... I was gonna say we're getting through these letters, but there's so many. Well, we're getting through these letters. Alrighty. Now onto our Archon quest. The only thing I'll say at the top here is that I have a place to be in about 2 hours, so I'm cutting it kind of close already. So we might move at a little bit of a faster pace than usual, so long as I remember that I have a place to be in about 2 hours. And don't get distracted. Ha ha ha. So we are going to talk to Varka. We are investigating... Let's see. Does it specify what he was looking into? It doesn't. But we're investigating Columbina's past and her name that we believe she might already indeed have. Plot twist. And we found some interesting things at the Scions with Lauma. Now we're checking in with Varka. Quick check to make sure nobody's been replaced by an imposter. Where's Catherine? Where is she? Oh, thank God. There she is. Okay. All is well. Nobody else is around. That seems new. Moving on.
Let's see. There's Varka. Oh, and it's during
talk about coincidences, we meet again.
Yeah, this is pretty much the same place we bumped into each other last time.
I guess it is. Yeah, that happened off screen. But when Columbina found us in the town, we were with Varka, so we must have met up around here.
I convinced them to stick around a little longer. We were all waiting on people, so I figured having a little company would help pass the time.
And it doesn't hurt to have a few extra minds on the task.
Ah, so you've been waiting for us? Does this mean that you've already arranged things with the Fatui?
Oh, that's right. That's our next area of investigation. We want to ask the Fatui what they know. Probably specifically Sandrone. Seems like Varka was in charge of reaching out. Wow.
Sure does. Now you're back, we can go meet up with them together. How'd your investigation at the Frost Moon Enclave go?
Well, we didn't find out Columbina's true name. But apart from that, it went pretty well.
We learned some stories from her early days.
Aha, just as well that I didn't tag along then. I'm sure our moon goddess wouldn't want every man and his dog knowing all about her private life. Still, desperate times, desperate measures, I guess. Someone had to do it.
So, Varka was waiting on us, but what about you two? Are you waiting for Alice?
Actually, belated thought. I love that he's so respectful of everyone's privacy. Ah, what a night.
Oh no, we already met with her.
Okay, how did that go?
We discussed that experiment I mentioned to you last time. Oh, and she also handed me this communication device.
The Totoko returns! This looks familiar. I'm sure I saw one of these back on the Golden Apple Archipelago. Haha, yeah, I was totally there.
That's right. I understand she informed you about the relationship between the Phantom phenomena and Tevat's borders, yes? She wants me to help her with some more experiments on that front.
Fascinating. Yeah, we officially have Alice and Nicole helping us out this time. Alice works on the borders. I'm still not over that. She's recruiting Durin. Fascinating.
She said that she'll contact me through this device with more information.
Maybe because of his abyssal connection, you could help her interact with that part without jeopardizing him? I hope.
Ah, I see. Following instructions and making observations. Pretty common research method. Takes me right back to Albedo's lab.
Have you helped in Albedo's lab?
Wait, then who exactly are you meeting?
Oh yeah, let's see. It's not Alice. I suppose it could be Fatuous, someone to escort us over. In terms of characters, Yehoda maybe? I wouldn't be surprised if we wanted to recruit the Curatorium into this.
Someone you know. Albedo's met him too. But I don't think Miss Lauma or the Grand Master have been introduced.
Wait.
Introductions are overrated. Especially in cases like this.
Oh my god! It really was him! You're kidding. Okay. Rifling through the brain files right now. Is this the first time I've seen him in my game since Inversion of Genesis? I think it might be. Correct me if I'm wrong, please, of course. But I didn't play Simulanka. I didn't play any other events in which he popped up since then. I've watched Simulanka, so I feel like I've seen more of him since then. But what really struck me is that this is the first time I've seen a dialogue box pop up with the name that I gave him since that time. I think this is the first time. Oh my god! Oh, I'm so excited. Why are you here? No, of course I know why he's here. He's here for revenge, isn't he? And I am so excited to see this showdown. How's it going?
It's you!
Hi!
So, it's not like the academia has prohibitions against going abroad. Also, I applied for leave.
Oh my god, okay. I'm so happy to see that he's now comfortable agreeing with the fact that he's associated with the academia now. And he applied for leave? Oh my god, it seems like things are going very well in Sumeru. I'm so happy for you. Oh my god.
I've been writing to Hat Guy since obtaining a human form. I've already brought him up to speed on everything that's been going on in Nodcry.
Oh my god, he's been writing him letters. Because what I'm picturing, he probably stayed with the Wanderer in Sumeru after leaving Simulanka until, I guess, Albedo either wrote or sent a messenger or came himself. to ask him to come to Mondstadt to help with the paralogism project. And then he stayed in Mondstadt. But he's been writing letters. Can you imagine being the Wanderer and getting that first letter? I wonder what the handwriting was like. I assume he probably knew how to read, but I don't know if he knew how to write when he, Durin, that is. He probably didn't know how to write when he was a dragon. Maybe he did, but I feel like it would be hard to hold a pen with his little claws, you know? So, like, imagine just getting that letter. Oh my god.
Hat guy.
Yes, that's his legal name. His legend spreads. I mean, it's quite descriptive.
Turns out, I actually have heard that name before.
Oh, have you? From who?
Oh? Then why did you react the same way I did?
Possibly because it's a very notorious name.
I only knew the name, not the fella. But since we're all here, let's do some introductions for what it's worth. I'm Varka, Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius.
Oh, he didn't drop the Knight of Boreas part this time.
Lauma, Moon Chanter of the Frost Moon Scions.
I love everybody in this cast.
And I'm a Drioche from the Vahumana Darshan of the Sumeru Academia. Hat guy.
Vahumana! And he's a Drioche, a wandering scholar. We know this. That's like the first scholars from the academia that we met. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Because I feel like Nahida kind of dragged him kicking and screaming into the academia. Is that something we know, or is that just a theory of mine? But it seems like he's really settled in. He's using it to his advantage now, which I think is the most acceptance we'll see from him.
Good to see you again, Mr. Guy. I believe we last saw each other on the boat ride here.
Mr. Guy. So, they came to Nodcry together. We knew this from the trailer. Well, I mean, it was implied because we saw them... Durin wasn't there, but we saw Albedo, the Wanderer, and Alice together, and then they split up, which implies that they've been traveling together, and I think Alice even mentioned. So the question is, what was Hat Guy doing in Mondstadt? Or did the Mondstadt folks come all the way to Sumeru before taking a boat over to Nodcry? Oh, I could see that. Because of Beta Harbor? Oh my gosh, so wait, Beta Harbor, past Petrichor, around the corner of the world that doesn't exist for us, you could go straight for Nodcry. Or you had to go around, like, through Fontaine? I'm trying to picture, is Nodcry the same elevation as Fontaine? I kind of think so. A little bit lower. No, I want to check the map.
Mind you, the only reason I came here is because there's someone I want to look into.
Are you hunting who I think you're hunting? Or is this some other project?
Who's that?
Thank you, Paimon.
The Doctor.
Yes!
Also known as Dottore. Second of the Fatui Harbingers.
Oh my god, I'm so excited. Let's go. This rematch is going to be amazing. Was it a rematch or just a match? In Dear Hat Guy's case. Because I don't know if he's ever directly fought him before. I don't think he has. Except for maybe like training or sparring purposes in the Fatui. But this is going to be incredible. The part I'm particularly interested in is I want to see Dottore's reaction to him. Presuming that Dottore doesn't remember him at all. Because he shouldn't. Unless he's doing some funky information things. Now, to be fair, if Nahida can do some funky information things, then so could Dottore. So that's what I'm really curious about. What will that interaction, that first re-meeting look like? And I want to see if it'll give us any clues about the extent of Dottore's ability to circumvent Irminsul's tampering, if he can at all. I wouldn't be surprised if he could. I also wouldn't be surprised if he is subject to Irminsul, but figured it out anyways. I had this theory like way back in the day that for someone as smart as Dottore is, I feel like he could tell that he's missing memories based on his altered recollection. Because, for instance, say Hat Guy gave him an idea for a new experiment in the past, and he ran the experiment. Simple interaction, right? In this present timeline, theoretically, the Doctor shouldn't remember that interaction, but he should remember running the experiment. So, is Irminsul intelligent enough to insert some other form of inspiration, or is there just a gaping blankness there? Because then the doctor could look back and think to himself, that's odd. I know myself very well. I know the growth of my knowledge very well. Where did that idea come from? Ah, clearly my memory has been tampered with, and there's something missing. So that's the sort of thing I'm looking for. Is he smart enough to figure it out, or has he already found a way to escape the effects of Irminsul? I'm super fascinated by that, because I think, if anyone, he would have that ability, and that would make him such a terrifying antagonist. So I'm so excited. Just as I thought.
From the tone of your voice, it sounds like there's bad blood between you.
I was reviewing our archives and noticed that a lot of information about him was missing. It left a bad taste in my mouth. That's all there is to it.
Of course, he's a very private person. He wouldn't share his bad blood so easily. But also, does that imply that Dottore is a Vahmana scholar? Do we know that already? Is that true? I could see him being Vahmana for the travels, or possibly... what's Tainari's darshan again? Starts with an A. Amorta. I could see him being Amorta as well, or Spantmad. Do we know what Dottore's darshan is yet? It might have been in the field exploration event. I should review that.
Dottore, or Zondik, as he was then known.
Oh my god!
Once studied at the academia, but he got kicked out before he could graduate.
Oh my god, you guys told me about those notes in Sumeru that talk about Zamdik. So like, we know that that's his name, but is this the first time it was confirmed in-game? Because it was a theory before, right? And then it just got confirmed? Oh my god. Secondhand excitement. Zamdik. I've heard that name before. Back in the ruins when the Ibis King mentions that student. That was the doctor? So the event has happened. Okay, yeah, right after I record this, I'm gonna rewatch. Oh, I'm busy today. Well, when I'm not busy, I'm gonna rewatch that.
So the Harbinger's number 2
everything is so exciting.
Dropout? How embarrassing for them.
Barca, I love you.
Last we heard, he was planning something. We actually heard that a few times before, even coming to Notcry. But we haven't seen a trace of him since we got here.
Very small note, but again, I just love how active Columbina is in the background. It makes so much sense that she'd be bored, she'd feel restless, she'd be wandering around. But I love that the devs bothered to add all the details of her interacting with things and moving around.
He only appears when
It's
something
excellent.
interests him. For all we know, he might have left already.
I highly doubt it, just based off of the things that are going down in Nodcry right now, and also because didn't Sandrone say that someone stayed behind?
But the fact he did something here at all is worth noting. It'll fill a couple extra lines in his file.
I think if he's trying to find him, probably so they can have their rematch, he's trying to build a pattern of his behavior. So even if he's too late this time, he can predict where he'll be next time.
Why does it sound less like a file you're writing and more like a criminal record?
I think any file on Dottore just automatically becomes a criminal record. That's probably why.
Anyway, we were just about to meet 2 of the other Harbingers. Want to come along? You might learn a thing or 2 about him there.
Oh ho ho ho.
Sure.
Oh my god, wait. Look at that little smirk. Oh my god. Wait.
Even though they're harbingers, well, they're old acquaintances of ours, so, you know, when you talk to them, try to be...
I love this actually because that's right, Paimon doesn't remember him technically. We were able to retain our memories. We reintroduced him to Paimon and to Nahida, and then he regained his memories back in Inversion of Genesis, but Paimon never regained her memories of him, so she might not know at this time that he used to be a Harbinger.
I got it.
This is, oh my god, similar to the Dottore reunion question mark that I'm very excited for. This is another one I'm suddenly very excited for. Oh my god, this is going to be amazing.
The Frost Moon Scion's relations with the Fatui remain tense. Forgive me if I do not attend.
That's fair.
In that case, we'll continue assisting Miss Alice with her experiments.
Good stuff. Everyone's having a fruitful time. All right, we better get going. I'll lead the way.
You know, with the number of times we've infiltrated that place, probably we could lead the way. But But I guess if we're trying to be diplomatic about it, we should take the normal route in. Hey! Altair! Are you here for revenge?
Well, yeah. That's obviously part of it. But I'm not the only one who has a score to settle with him.
Ooh. My immediate first thought is actually Kale. What are the chances that they met while he was at the academia?
Neither you, nor Lesser Lord Kusanali, nor I want to see him meddling with things again.
Of course, the second thought is then Nahida, but... Oh, I guess I can see why she would have a personal history with him beyond just him, you know, doing things in Sumeru, because he built the False God Project and kind of encouraged the sages in their efforts of keeping her trapped and whatnot. So, yeah, okay. Fair enough. One other thing. When we return, let's talk about Columbina. That's right! Because he got his memories back, so he might know... He's another source of information! Because he was a Harbinger! Oh my god, oh my god. I mean, I was already so excited to see him in Not Cry. He's one of my favorite characters of all time. But they've introduced him at the perfect moment because Dottore is questioningly popping back up again. And we're looking into Columbina, so he's just become another source. Oh my god. Okay, and then final thought is this dialogue line from him is so nice because I feel like he's demonstrating a little bit of change in personality, even since we last saw him, because I could very much see him in the past saying, you know, I have a score to settle. But this time it's I and you and Nahida have a score to settle. To me, that means he feels less alone. He's recognizing that there are other people in a similar position to him, and that we're kind of on the same side in this matter. And so not only is he acknowledging our feelings, which is huge for someone who is so closed off and so dismissive of other people because of the hurt and heartbreak that it caused him in the past to get attached, but he's also... Basically, he's recognizing that connection. He's opening up again. Which is like, that's huge. I'm a little nervous for him because the reason he was so closed off before is because he lost so many people. But he's doing it again! Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Let's talk about Columbina.
What's the hurry?
I want answers.
Don't worry. Pigeons always know which way home is.
What the heck does that mean? I guess because she's a dove? He's saying she'll be able to come back? After the conversation ends, the group splits into 2 teams! I just saw Varka and that was it. Arlecchino's back!
You made it. Who is this?
I'm being fed today. We're off to an incredible start. Who is this? She says. I wonder if this is his first confirmation as well that the others really don't remember him, because it makes sense that Arlecchino doesn't. I don't even think her connection to the Crimson Moon would spare her from Ermin's soul at this point. Sandrone is interesting. I almost wonder if she could have some way to remember. It was Lama who was talking about saving information as fairy tales last time, wasn't it? Or somebody. It was in that conversation with Lama that we were talking about that. So I don't know if Sandrone knows that trick, but she's another very intelligent harbinger, and I wouldn't be surprised if she has failsafes in place. But at the same time, we do know that non-humans also get their memories erased because, for instance, the Wanderer forgot himself. So Sandrone probably doesn't remember him either. Unless... So let's see.
A scholar from Sumeru. They call him Hat Guy. He's an old friend of the Travelers.
Look at him introducing himself with that pleasant smile. Oh my god, he's in top form.
Wait, this is the academia representative you wrote about? He doesn't exactly look the part.
I was going to say, how on earth does he not look the part? But then I realized, oh yeah, there is a formal uniform, isn't there?
I believe this will prove my identity. You'll notice it bears the seal of the Sanctuary of Surasthana.
So he's saying basically, yeah, I might not be a typical student. I might not be a sage. She's not wearing the sage outfit. But I am a direct representative of the Dendro Archon.
Well, what do you know? So it does. All right then. My mistake.
This is fascinating.
It's fine. I expected as much.
He really is on his best behavior.
What?
What? It's like, I could see his remark being perfectly innocuous. Like, yeah, I expected to get a disbelieving reaction because I know I don't look the part. But she's immediately taking it as, what, you think you can predict my behavior? You think I'm going to be rude? Which, funnily enough, he probably was. He probably was doing. Was he wrong, though?
So as I mentioned in my letter, the Academia's got its eyes on Dottore. But this matter remains top secret. Apart from those assisting in the investigation, the fewer people who know, the better.
Oh, interesting. We are kind of showing them a lot of trust right now in telling them this, because technically, I would think that they would then be obliged to warn Dottore. We're basically trusting that he's unlikable enough that they won't?
If anyone asks, I'm here in Notcry to pursue my personal academic interests.
Gotta say, Varka, you did pretty well to keep all this under wraps for so long. Sounds like you got in touch with the Academia about this way back.
Yeah, because if he just escorted us here, he didn't have time to just now write a letter. But this has been building for a while, Varka.
you flatter me.
You're all harbingers. What reason would you have to disclose information about Dottore?
Where do I even start? Remember that time we fought Rerir at Star Sand Shoal? He sure let me have it then, didn't he? I'll bet Dottore had that all sketched out, with me as his convenient little pawn.
She's saying basically, Dottore was there, he could have helped, but he either arranged for or just let it happen that she confronted Rerir alone. And in the meantime, because of that, Polonia got injured, which she was very upset about. And so now she has a grudge against Dottore, not only Rerir for hurting Polonia, but also Dottore for allowing or causing this to happen. Indeed, he is just sheer unlikability through the roof. And so the other Harbingers have their own bones to pick with him.
He could not care less about us if he tried, but hey! The feeling's mutual.
And we've seen this in their dialogue before as well, in the little snippets we've seen when they've talked about him or referred to him.
Does Dottore really strike you as the sort who values his relationships with his colleagues?
Only if he gets to experiment on them, I'll be honest with you.
Fair point. Definitely not.
Which is why I always keep my guard up whenever he starts making suspicious moves. To that extent, our motivations align. On top of which, I consider you trustworthy people.
That's incredible. On one hand, she is a master diplomat. She's almost certainly manipulating us a little bit by telling us this. But on the other hand, I do kind of think that she's being honest. We have demonstrated that she can rely on us in the past. We've worked together well as well. But also, yeah, she has specifically mentioned back when we were retrieving the Crimson Moon's marrow, right? Crimson Moon's marrow. That she didn't want to become the subject of an experiment because of her blood. So she's definitely had to keep her guard up around him, especially after she went to him for help in developing the version of her blood that can be used on people who want to leave the House of the Hearth. She had to show a little bit of her secrets to him, and probably after that she had to keep her guard up even higher.
Now, back on topic. In the wake of the Reikir of Solnari episode, Sandrone and I grew suspicious about Dottore's complete inaction during the entire affair.
Nice.
So we tried to find out what he'd been up to, but unfortunately to no avail.
So that tells me that two options. One is he did do something or discover something and he's trying to keep it top secret, which I kind of doubt is the case. I think what's going on here is indeed his plans are still in motion.
He never lets anyone in on his plans. The more he cares about something, the more secretive he gets.
Oh no, don't reveal your hand. That was personal information. Just from that, they're both going to know, everyone's going to know, that he's met him personally.
Indeed. Perhaps he believes that by keeping a low profile, he can avoid trouble. But that trick isn't going to work on his colleagues.
Because he could have known that information from his records, but the way he phrased it, that's personal experience talking, you know?
Yeah, I mean, he's been researching the ancient moon's remnants. And he's been trying to get his paws on the moon marrows. Only an idiot would believe he doesn't have something more planned.
Yeah, especially because the moon marrows are all active now, kind of, you know? in one form or another.
With this in mind, I returned to Snezhnaya and relayed my thoughts to Her Majesty the Tsaritsa,
Oh.
entreating her to have him recalled.
Oh, fascinating. Did the Tsaritsa respond to this?
That's pretty direct. Did the Tsaritsa agree?
Yes, I made it abundantly clear that the Fatui's business in Nodcry is almost concluded, and we do not need 3 harbingers in this territory. Her Majesty concurred.
Oh my god, oh my god, okay. Okay, so she's active. She's not a computer. She's not asleep. She was able to have a conversation. Or it could be someone working on her behalf, like a proxy, or it could be like a puppet, or it could be an impersonation. But I doubt that Arlecchino would fall for any tricks. So whoever it was someone or something that has direct communication with the Tsaritsa herself that relayed this information, or it was her herself. So she's active.
Accordingly, Dottore has returned at her orders. I imagine he is continuing with experiments, which no one besides he would ever have any interest in.
He actually left. Oh my god, Arlecchino, good job. This gives us time to investigate before he gets back. I imagine he would try to return if he has a plan still in motion. Did he pack up his entire lab before he left? Could we sneak around his lab? But he might be continuing with the experiments there. On the other hand, what do you suppose? He's very intelligent, as we mentioned. Maybe he set a trap in his lab. If we were to investigate it at this point, maybe that's what he wants us to do.
Common sense might mean nothing to him, but he's not stupid. He knows that no good can come from opposing the Tsaritsa. Smarts alone won't get him all the way. He needs the Rooster's resources and Regrator's Mora, both of which the Tsaritsa can strip from him by waggling a finger.
Okay. Harbinger pop quiz. Regrator's Mora, he's the banker, right? And the Rooster's resources, he's the mayor, right? So I'm guessing those resources are manpower. Or experimental fodder. But also just in general, he could probably source literal resources using industry. If he is indeed the mayor of an industrious town, which I assume he is, because we know, for instance, the one thing I know about Snezhnaya is that they have a perpetual motion machine somewhere. So to me that speaks of, you know, advanced technology. What do they need a perpetual motion machine for? Is it generating power? I think we read about that in Alice's travel guide.
But doesn't he have a track record of publicly following orders while going against them in private? He probably has it down to a fine art by now.
See, that's a much better way to phrase it. Because he's saying, doesn't he have a track record? Not like, oh, but when he was colluding with me to build a new god, you know? So, okay. Good job. I'm just so worried about him being able to maintain his anonymity.
Wouldn't put it past him. We worked together on a research project once. Only briefly, but it was enough to show me that we're fundamentally different people. He has no interest in doing things methodically, stage by stage. His thoughts jump all over the place, and the moment his curiosity is satisfied, or he gets the results he wants, he disappears.
Fascinating. Not what I expected from him. But you know what? Actually, that makes me think of... Doesn't he have, or he had, a bunch of clones of himself? Right? His segments, were they called? So, maybe that's why, from an outsider's perspective, it looks like this. Maybe, like, the main him will move along, and he'll assign another segment to, like, continue that experiment to see it through, just for the data. Just kind of conjecture there, but... The idea of his thoughts jumping all over the place reminds me of the different segments working simultaneously on different projects all over the place. Now, during the Sumeru Archon quest, I believe Nahida bargained with him to make him destroy his segments. But even at that time, I mean, massive doubts that he actually destroyed all of them, right? And then additionally, it's been in-game, what do you think? A year? 2 years? Maybe? Since then? So, I wouldn't be surprised if he's been making more, you know, new ones.
The only similarity we share is that, once we set our minds on doing something, we will see it done. Whatever it takes.
Yeah, so there's no way he's given up on his moon research, even though he's been sent away. So either he's finished it already, which I highly doubt, because of the state that Columbina's in, kind of honestly. Or he's coming back. Oh my god. Oh my god, no, you know what he totally did? He totally did the same thing he did in Sumeru, right? I left Sumeru, but I also stayed in Sumeru, or something like that. He left, but his segments are still here. There's gotta be at least one. He's behind the wall right now, he's listening in.
Oh, we definitely saw some of that in your battle with Rerir.
There's video
You got
cameras.
so
He's on the cameras.
competitive.
Ugh, do not remind me.
I bet she's satisfied because she never really got a good rematch. Because there was that time he stormed the Fatui stronghold that we're in right now, but he left.
Then I believe
She's
we
annoyed.
all concur. Dottore will not simply give up.
He's totally still here. He's totally still here. I bet he pulled the exact same trick.
Fantastic. Now this is turning into a whole day of unpleasant memories. Ugh. Are you talking about the moon marrow stuff?
He also strikes me as the kind of person to disregard experimental regulations, ruin all the equipment, and go way over budget. Then leave the first person he can find to deal with the fallout.
Sounds about right. I'm wondering. First person he can find to deal with the fallout. Who would that be in this case? Just some random Fatui grunt? I am remembering that, you know, the kids are still here. Linny, Lynette, and Fremine. I don't think he could pin this on them, though. They're very clearly not part of his group.
Exactly. This one time,
Ooh.
he was running some high-temperature experiment and the substance exploded. But does he care? No. He orders his subordinates to open the device so he can observe the results, which causes the gas inside to leak out.
Okay, we'll come back to that because that's horrible. But actually, maybe she's the one that he's planning to take the fall this time if things go wrong. She's in charge of this facility, isn't she? And she's a researcher as well. And she definitely doesn't like him. I wouldn't be surprised if he's like, oh, you know what? You can deal with my mess. That would be funny. I don't know if it's to the point where I should be concerned for her safety. But, like, would he go so far as to try to get her in trouble with the Tsaritsa? Or to try to destroy her, like, you know, assuming this is a doll body, destroy this version of her to cause her discomfort and difficulty? But why would he? To deal with the fallout. Yeah, okay, I can see him leaving her to deal with the mess. But I don't know if he would go so far as to deliberately try to make it worse for her in that instance. But that's gonna be my current theory. She's the one who's going to take the fall this time. In his plans. Now, moving on. This dialogue. Oh, no. Did he at least... No, he definitely didn't give them any PPE, did he?
That gas was poisonous.
Yeah.
If I hadn't been there, who knows how many people might have died.
Oh, wow. She saved them. Wow.
And after all that, he left. While I was still cleaning up after his mess. What a waste of time, he said.
Oh my gosh, the way she almost was looking at Columbina. I bet that was very interesting for Columbina. But also, I wonder, could this be indeed foreshadowing? That he's going to do the same thing this time? I don't know, I still, just the idea of him having it in his plans that she's kind of the fall guy this time makes me worried for her safety and continued existence indeed. But I don't see him having any reason to hold a grudge against her to the extent of her death, you know? But I get a bad feeling.
Waste of time. The nerve. He wasted my time.
Yeah, she has much more of a grudge against him, but she hasn't done much about it. Like, you know, she hasn't tried to sabotage his experiments or tried to turn the Tsaritsa against him. So he doesn't have any reason to try to take her out.
You've been bottling that up for a while, huh?
Look at Mark.
Hat guy, I must say, you seem awfully familiar with internal Fatui affairs. Especially when it comes to Dottore.
Yep, there it is. No, don't go silent. You're gonna tell her that she's right.
Thank you, Lady Harbingers, for providing such valuable information. I have no other questions for now, so I'll be on my way.
Okay. I mean, do what you want to do, buddy. But, like, she's definitely suspicious of how much he knows. The fact that she brought it up directly is interesting. Because I think if she was truly very suspicious about it, to an extent where she was concerned, she would investigate him quietly. But she mentioned it in conversation, which means she was either hoping for a specific reaction, or she's hoping for literally to let him know that she knows to be suspicious of him. I think in this case she was looking for a specific reaction, and I think he might have given it to her. Because if I was her and I didn't know who he was, at this point I would be thinking that his work that he's doing is much more involved than he's let on, naturally. Basically, I'd be thinking he's a spy, and his area of study is the Fatui Harbingers. Not even Dotori specifically, but everyone. So, the fact that she indicated to him that she's suspicious of him is basically warning him off, potentially? Him going quiet here basically indicates, because he could have said in this moment, you know, oh, but of course, Dotori did horrible things in Sumeru. We must respond to that in some way. He could have basically, if he was truly just a representative of the Sumeru Academia, he could have diplomatically pressured her back, saying, you can't expect us to not respond to his actions in Sumeru. You know, even now, our investigations are revealing the extent of the destruction that he caused, so on and so forth. But he didn't. He went silent, which indicates to me, if I was her, that there is something there. There is a secret, and it is most likely to be personal. But I don't think she'd make the leap to, oh, he used to be a Harbinger. He's the missing sixth. I don't think she'd make that leap. This is so cool. Oh my god, I love conversations like this that have so many layers. Bye! It was nice to see you.
You're just gonna leave?
Bye!
You're welcome to join if you want.
Wow! Oh my god, we got invited along.
Ugh.
That's true friendship right there.
Time I thought he'd finally mellowed out.
You know, speaking of which, I wonder how he and Sandrone got along when he was still a Harbinger. Because in ways, they are very similar. You know? But also, he was maximum walls up. Maximum thorniness at that time. So, I don't know if they would have gotten along anyways. Oh, I want to listen to his dialogue about her.
He makes quite the impression.
He sure does. I wonder what Varka picked up from that. He is much more intelligent than his boisterous exterior would make you think, I believe. So, what do you think of him, Varka?
I'll say, I've met tons of headstrong people, but not many of them would join me in bad-mouthing Dottore.
Ooh. Sounds like she actually approves of him.
Anyway, back to the main agenda. Varka, you said that Columbina has gone missing? Or rather, disappeared.
And she's right there behind her.
Yeah. We're working on building a connection between her and this world. The simplest method is to find out her real name.
I've actually asked her that question before, but she said she didn't know. Considering our relationship, I doubt she was lying to me.
So many thoughts. Okay. The music in the background being Columbina's song. Columbina kind of smiling. The fact that Sandrone did ask for her name. And also, I feel like this is the most... Like, we're asking about basically her personal experiences with Columbina. Their personal relationship. And she's not bluffing, you know? She's not being her usual self where she denies having any feelings at all, you know? So, she's taking this 100% seriously. Because she's disappeared. Columbina has disappeared. Like, right there, considering our relationship, she's acknowledging that they had a relationship that was friendly. That's more than she's done in the past in any of our conversations with her, or any of the conversations that Columbina has had with her that we've seen. So, like, I love this, that the second Columbina is actually in danger, she's stepping up. Beautiful. Fantastic. No notes. She could have just given you a pseudonym? What did she do while she was with the Fatui?
As far as I recall, she was never dispatched by Her Majesty to claim a gnosis or anything like that.
Right, we've kind of suspected that.
That Tsaritsa's plans had long contained a place specifically for her.
Do you know what they were? Ooh. Do you think you could go ask the Tsaritsa what Columbina's name was? I wonder if she would know.
I always thought that was weird. What could she do that the rest of us couldn't?
I mean, besides being a god. The unintentional shade at Dottore, but you know what? Enjoy that shade, Dottore.
Knowing what we do now, it's probably something related to Kavaki, right?
My guess is it's probably something related to the false sky. Because if Columbina's method of returning to the moon involved punching through it, maybe that's the ability that the Tsaritsu was after. And also, Columbina can't do it anymore. And like, her power has gone up and down through this Archon quest, but we know this Archon quest basically started just after Columbina gave a whole bunch of power, to the Tsaritsa. I wonder if she was so low on power because she gave her enough strength via Kuvaki to punch through the sky herself.
More than likely. When she first arrived, Columbina would often go to Her Majesty and ask when she could start the task assigned to her.
Other thoughts are, maybe it has to do with the dominion the moons once had over the heavenly principles, for lack of a better term. You know, the laws themselves? Or could it have something to do with the throne? I kind of don't think that would be it, because as far as I know, the moons never occupied any thrones. The thrones were established after they were. Right? I believe so, as basically conduits to inherit the stolen dragon authority.
But Her Majesty always gave the same reply. The time has not yet come. So she spent her days in Snezhnaya doing basically nothing.
So either they needed her to do something once everything else had been set up, or they needed power from her and it's a resource that would diminish over time. So they wanted her to give that power right when they would need to use it so it wouldn't evaporate? Maybe?
The Tsaritsa has summoned a beautiful blind maiden to be a harbinger, giving her the third seat by virtue only of her enchanting voice.
Oh, was that the public statement? She knows! Ah! This is so painful because she knows more than us in this instance. She knows what the task was.
It was a dumb and stupid rumor. But the reality of the situation made it hard to refute.
And what happened after that?
I imagine she stopped caring. She no longer seemed to care why she had been recruited, and Her Majesty never gave her any missions. So she just continued to sing in the flower garden.
Honestly, she sounds so bored. I'm so sorry.
For my part, I was busy. So busy, in fact, that watching someone be that idol had me fuming. But still, I got the sense that she had long been used to a life of other people claiming she was needed when she wasn't.
I guess I could see that because of the Frostmoon Science and how she was treated there. Everybody wanted something from her. And then she arrives in this place, the Fatui, where something is asked of her, but then it's never actually asked of her. Yeah, I could see that being very confusing for her.
I just felt that having a place to stay would cost me something eventually.
Right there, exactly, the transactional nature.
And so I waited quietly for the day that I would have to pay the price.
And on the other end of that spectrum, you had me. Someone once told me that I had the lousiest work and the toughest luck. That's a good way of putting it.
What do you think? Was that Dottore who said that to her? But actually, Columbina's line just here. I wonder if that's actually a hint towards what we need to do to get her to be connected to this world. Does somebody have to pay a price for her to have a place in this world? That's really sad. Or maybe the answer is the other direction. There is no cost for her belonging to this world. We just have to find a way to make that connection, to build that bridge, which is what we're trying to do.
I forget who said it, but those words have always stuck with me.
That's a total lie. You totally know who said that. Was it Alen? Oh my god! Sounds like something Altair would say. No wonder. It does sound like something he would say, and of course she wouldn't remember who said it to her.
But you've done your job
Wow.
exceptionally well all this time. Because at heart, you are a conscientious person.
There we go. We're finally poking some holes through Sandrone's veneer. But again, like we mentioned way back when, Columbina, once she likes somebody, she notices things about them. So at least this is what she experienced herself from Sandrone, despite all her words. And I think we do see that in the way that Columbina responds to Sandrone. She must have treated her kindly in the past. Thanks for telling us all this.
What is it? Something come to mind?
It's nothing. I'm just even more eager to learn her name now. I want to shout it to her from the rooftops.
That makes sense. Nothing screams "you are needed" like your name shouted from across the town.
Oh my god, this is... The heart of this mission we're on is so sweet.
Well, good luck with it. But if you ask me, Columbina is still the most shoutable name.
It does fit her so well. It's so similar to the name in her song.
I'm just so used to it now. After all the arguments we've had, I can't be bothered trying to remember another name for her.
Oh, that's hilarious. That's what she meant by shoutable.
Nor I.
Sandrone. Harlequino.
Aww. You chat further about the interesting moments from Columbina's past, but the time comes to part.
It's a Sealy! Does that mean Nicole has news for us?
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! That was my first thought. Like, whoa! Did Nicole send the Sealy? She did?
Ladies, I thank you for your hospitality. If the chance ever comes up, I definitely owe you both a drink sometime.
That's hilarious. Look at Varka, building bridges everywhere he goes. But, okay, no, I'm still not over it. Back to the Sealy. So, oh, look! But soon the time comes for you to part. Wait, can I see the first one? No. It was from too long ago. Darn. So, can she talk to Sealies? She can direct them? Like, no, seriously, can she talk to them? What did the Sealies say? Do they need anything? Are they happy? Oh my god, I want to talk to a Sealy.
I'm sure it will.
You can make your own way out. Heck, you've been here enough times, you probably know your way around better than I do.
Take care, everyone. We'll be in touch if the situation changes.
Okay, time to do what adventurers do best. Follow that Sealy!
I love Sealy so much. You know what? Have we seen any Sealies in Nodgride? Durin? Durin, why? Why Durin? Experiments? What?
Here you are.
The mirages! Oh my god. He went to go find them.
Oh, hat guy.
Look at them. Oh my god. Oh my god. Family. Beautiful.
How come you're back so soon? Did things go all right with the Fatui?
Now there's a question. Do these two know about his history? Because by default, no, because that memory was erased. Would Durin's memory have been affected if he was in Simulanka when that change was made? But I don't think he was even born at the time. Or Simulanka wasn't open at the time, at least. Anyways, so I don't think they know post Urban-Soul. Was it ever brought up during Simulanka? I don't think so. I highly doubt it. Because the Wanderer hinted at understanding what Durin was going through. He basically said it directly. You know, I understand your feelings. I felt the same. I've learned how to find a place in this world, basically. And how to find a reason in my existence, despite the things that have happened to me in the past and to the hurt I've experienced. And that was like their bonding moment, you know? He reached out to him and gave him a hand to hold. Beautiful. Oh my god. Family. We love it. But I don't know. So at least from what I've seen, they haven't discussed Wanderer's own past. Do you think they would have done it since then? I kind of doubt it. I feel like Durin might have asked about his past, but I kind of feel like, you know, the Wanderer hates sharing personal information about himself, so he might have shared a few unspecific details if he felt that it was needed, you know, because Durin probably still hasn't had an easy time of it. So I could see him, you know, sharing a few emotions, basically, but not exactly the events that caused those emotions. So I feel like he wouldn't have shared his past. But watching the next sentence proved me wrong.
Fine. Dotori's been summoned home by the Tsaritsa. Couldn't get much more than that. How about you? Any progress with the investigation?
Look at that. Is that Hyperborea?
Unfortunately not.
Is this where we get to learn what the experiments are about?
We've tried everything. Different phantoms, different locations, different points in history. But the results are the same each time.
What are they trying to do?
Abyssal monsters roaming the land. People crying out in despair, with no hope of being rescued.
Every time I see it, I can't help but think, is this what it was like in Mondstadt when Dragonspine Durin attacked?
Oh no.
And if I fail in the task I've been given, will I create yet another tragedy?
This is what I meant by he probably still hasn't had an easy time of it. Because he's still learning, he's still growing, he's still processing the past and his role in it and his role in the future. So he still needs that emotional support of the people around him, basically. And so I'm so glad he has people around him now. But also, the task I've been given, is that the thing that Alice is working on that she wants him to help with?
That's just meaningless speculation.
Basically, don't worry about it.
When we encountered similar phenomena previously, I tried to interfere with those illusions, using sounds and lights to guide them. However, we could not change their fates. At most, we were able to extend their existences.
Kind of fascinating to have the Skyfire circlet in the background right now.
The events of the past are like fate that has been written into Irminsul. There isn't a living thing in Teyvat that can escape its past.
He would know. See, this is kind of like the perfect group for investigating how to challenge fate. That's so cool.
But Miss Alice instructed us to try to find ways to change the outcome that these phantoms face.
Alice asked you to. Whoa.
It's an impossible task. Can't you just refuse?
You haven't met Alice yet, have you?
Since she asked us to do this, I feel like it can't truly be impossible. Or if it is, well, mages can make the impossible possible.
He has so much faith in her. I mean, yeah, considering his own backstory.
I could not have been born as Durin otherwise.
Literally. Oh my god, he's so adorable.
But you also said that your past 39 attempts were fruitless.
So we just keep going, right?
That's true.
But you're still going.
Yes.
Oh my god, oh my god. They're learning from each other. Oh my god, because in Wanderer's case, what was it? It was 3 betrayals, right? Basically, he had 3 origins of heartbreak. Now, to be fair, they were horrifying. Oh my god. But he's seeing from Durin that even though he struggled 39 times, to be fair, it's to save Shades, not to endure the most terrible, horrible things known to Teyvat. He's still trying.
After this many futile attempts, surely you realize that you're not doing this because you still believe what some mage told you. It's because you want her hypothesis to come true. It's something you wish for deep inside.
I love this so much. They are learning from each other.
So,
this is beautiful.
think for yourself about what you want to do. As long as you don't believe it's futile, it isn't.
That's huge. Oh my god, that's like the most hope I've ever heard him have. This is, oh my god. Okay, this is incredible. It also kind of makes me think about that child that he tried to protect back in the past. Is this what he was like back then as well? I'm like, oh my god, it fills me with so much hope to see someone who was so hurt healing. But at the same time, it fills me with so much fear. Because what if it happens to him again? Like, you know, what if something bad happens to him again? But at the same time, he's probably feeling all these same emotions that I am, but like 1,000 times stronger. You know, he's the one who actually experienced it. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Previous experience indicates that we cannot touch the phantoms, which limits the effectiveness of our interventions.
This is why the Wanderer is one of my favorite characters. Again, it's those conversations that have layers. His emotions have layers.
If we want to clear this hurdle, we need to break this rule somehow.
Wait, I was distracted. Sorry. They can't touch them. They can't interact with them.
Same thought here. Following the same rules means repeating the same failures. Reducing ourselves to mere playthings of fate.
So they need to change their approach.
So you mean we need to figure out a way to make contact with them despite knowing that we can't?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and I suspect that's something only you are capable of.
Ooh. Because of the abyss?
Everything in Tevat is logged in Irminsul, but the withering that once occurred in Sumeru was a sign that the Great World Tree was being corrupted.
Oh, beyond the abyss. Does he have a unique relationship with Irminsul? Would he? Because there was Durin of Dragonspine, and then there was Durin of Simulanka, and then they merged. What does that look like in Irminsul?
This corruption allowed things that should not have existed in Tevat to appear. This is tantamount to rewriting reality to an extent.
You're saying abyssal power might be able to affect those phantoms?
So it is abyssal power. Gotcha. Yeah, okay. I see what they're saying, though.
No one's ever tried it before. If you're gonna try it, it'll take courage. And you have to be confident that you can control it.
Believe in yourself.
Is anyone there? Has anyone seen my daughter?
Oh no, his daughter. Also, he has a name. That's a good sign.
She's missing. I have to find her.
Could we find her? Could we bring her back?
I hear someone inside. Spargana? Are you in there?
What would happen, though, if we do save someone's life in these mirages? You can't change the past. I feel like they would still be dead. But maybe we could change the information? Like, what? Oh no! Help him!
If I can use my abyssal powers to warn him that there is danger here, maybe it'll change his decision. Maybe he'll stay away.
Okay. We've got a plan. Let's do it.
Yes. The important thing is not the nature of the power, but rather how you use it.
You've got this. You've got this.
To intimidate and obstruct. Sounds about right for the Abyss.
Ooh. You could take the role of, do not go this way, lest danger befalls you, but less of a warning and more of an intimidate. Ooh.
Let me try. I should be able to influence that thing.
That thing? The thing or that thing?
Have you seen a little girl?
Oh, there he is!
What? This isn't the time for that! Just run!
What is T? T is scrape? There he is.
Where are all these monsters coming from?
Ah ha ha ha.
Spargana? Are you in there?
Oh, Durin can use the power of the Abyss to affect the world in which the Phantom is located. For example, using it on a stone pillar will create a barrier with the Intimidate and Obstruct attributes, which will in turn will affect the choices and actions of the human Phantom. Hello? There we go. Okay, so don't go this way, basically.
What is this? Looks dangerous. I should get out of here.
There is somebody in there, but it's not the person he's looking for, I guess. So we doomed that other person, but I guess they were probably going to die anyways.
He really left. Ha! We did it!
Because the monster that pops up right then probably killed them both. So we were able to save one person, basically.
Don't celebrate too soon. Follow him. See what he does next.
Yeah, we've got to keep going. The story isn't over yet.
Monsters approaching from the front. You need to stop them and create an opportunity for him to hide.
So I can do this. Oh, don't go that way.
There's a monster ahead.
Okay. I blocked off his opportunity to hide, didn't I? Ah, great. Go ahead. And then he's in there. Do I want to seal it?
Is that the barrier I saw earlier? Why is it appearing now? It's as if someone's controlling it.
Oh, fascinating. They're not
The
even...
monster's gone. Is it safe?
Oh, sorry to cut you off. Not even just reacting to the fear and intimidation, but actually processing somebody's doing this, maybe.
The barrier's gone too. How odd.
This is a very intelligent Phantom because it's a record of that person.
Anyway, I guess I'll keep going.
That is so cool. It really feels like we're interacting with the past.
Quickly, let's keep up.
Ooh, this is cool. Do you think he'll realize that there is somebody there?
Don't go any further. We've got anti-monster traps laid out everywhere. But my daughter must just be up ahead. I have to go. This way's blocked.
Let's get that out of your way. Oh, it's gonna explode though. Step back. Durin's abyssal power can also affect the phantom explosive barrels, causing explosions that can clear obstacles and deal damage to monsters. However, these explosions can also cause damage to human phantoms, so use with caution. Yeah, exactly. I need you to step away.
To use the explosives over there, but we need to take care not to hurt him.
We've got to back him up.
I'll use the barrier to keep him at a safe distance.
Because of, intimidation.
Seems to be helping me somehow.
Yeah, he's noticing us. That's amazing.
Hey, hey, wake up!
Is that her? Or is that somebody else?
Oh, no good. Gotta keep moving ahead.
It's somebody else. Oh, sorry.
So many monsters.
But I see so many bombs. We're on us. Wow. It's like
There's still a
Glee.
chance, Durin. Use the traps.
Oh, the traps that they set up. Oh my god, we can use them. And they gave us like a detonating range as well, so try to wait until they're in range. There's one. And two. Let's wait, let's wait. There's one. There's two. Good thing these explosive barrels don't hurt us. Oop, boop, 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 oop, boop, 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 boop. I don't even see them anymore. I just see their little danger signs. Whew. Yeah, really good thing the barrels don't hurt us.
I've never seen this happen before. We might just be able to save this person.
Oh, he's so excited. You can do it, you can do it. I'll do my best not to fail you. People.
Hello there. Have you seen my daughter? Spargana's her name. She's carrying a large backpack.
She's carrying a large backpack. Ooh, I wonder what's in the backpack. Do you think it's something important to us?
Get out while you still can, you fool. You won't find any survivors here.
I believe, I believe.
But I can't just leave her here. She must be so scared right now.
I mean, here's the thing though. If we are... like... I don't know what's going... Okay. If we are interacting with the past, this is going to have huge ripple effects. He's interacted with so many people that he would have otherwise never met because he died in that first chamber. We've destroyed so many monsters for him that otherwise would have been roaming. Like, if we're interacting with the past, this would have huge effects on the present. Probably because of the ripple effect. Maybe, potentially, you know. But, on the other hand, if we're just interacting with information, then we're basically interacting with a little micro world that's going to stop existing once Moonprayer Night is over. Which is like, it's so cool. It allows us to gain information about the past that we need, maybe. But it means we're not actually saving anyone. I'm so curious.
Sorry. Wish I could help, but I haven't seen her. You'll just have to keep looking.
Okay, thank you.
We're with you all the way, buddy.
If I do find her, I'll get her to shelter and come back for you.
Yeah, and if he does, we'll come back too and we'll help you.
Don't bother. I've got nowhere left to go.
Oh my god, look at the other person. They're so undefined. Oh! What are they saying? What are they saying?
What's that noise?
We've got this. Don't worry. Stay there, okay?
Monster!
Wait, are we gonna lose him?
No, if he goes inside, he'll be walking into a trap. Let's try this once more. This time, we have to stop him.
Oh no, we lost him, so we have to retry. The rescue has reached a dead end. All that can be done is to wait for another chance. Oh no! Okay. No, sorry buddy, sorry.
Why? How will I know where Spargana's gone like this?
I promise you they would not be able to help you.
You know what? I'll trust this strange barrier. It's gotten me this far after all.
That's my guy. See, it's like, We're not working with just a computer's rendering of this person. We're working with their full personality and their full memories. Oh.
Spargana, are you there?
Looking for monsters. Ooh, what's going on over here? Look, there's some more people over here. I guess don't look, actually.
Hey, let us out!
Oh no! Are we actually trapping these people? Would they have escaped otherwise? Once he's passed, I'll let them out. Sorry, not for you. No, it's gone! Wait, there we go, there we go. Alright, move along, please, and then... Can I let them out? I can't. Darn. Okay, he's reached farther.
That looks like one of my daughter's books.
Ooh, does the backpack include books?
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, we haven't found her yet, have we?
Yes, it's one of hers for sure. That's her name on it right there. She left her backpack here.
Maybe she's trying to leave a trail so he can find her. Or she's been attacked. No, no, no.
Darn, just like last time. Use the explosives.
Are there conveniently placed explosives this time? No. Ooh, I went through the ground for a second there. That was cool. Behind me. I need another one. Ooh! Ooh! Oh no. Oh no.
It won't work. There's not enough left. If he makes it in, he'll die.
Maybe we should have let him talk to those other people. Could have stalled him for long enough that these monsters would pass by.
But then, this clue could be the key to him finding his daughter.
Or do we need to find a way to interact even more? Could Durin attack directly?
It might not be the only one. Better he misses that clue than loses his life.
True.
I guess so.
So long as he's alive, he can keep looking. Okay. No books for you, buddy.
Stop him, Durin. We can't let him get any further in.
Sorry.
That's
Sorry.
my daughter's book. She's passed this way. Why? Why won't you let me go in?
He can see the books at least. That's good. Just keep moving.
I've searched and searched and searched just for this. But how will I find her without any clues? I no longer have anywhere else to go.
Come on, don't give up. Don't give up. Maybe if he sees us protecting him with the barrels, he'll keep going?
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
No, you did great. You did great. Again, we just need to change our approach. How can we change his mind?
He refuses to go anywhere else. Whether he opens this door or not, all that awaits him now is death. We couldn't change his fate. Albedo? Hat guy? Let's try one more time. I don't know how we're gonna do this, but I don't want to give up either.
There he is, the person who kept trying after 39 failures. Of course he's not going to give up after 3, 4 almost successes. Let's do this. Let's go. I'm so proud.
Why am I here? What's going on? All these scenes running through my head. Where are they from?
Oh my god, is he starting to remember his own loops? Whoa. We've really, yeah. I feel like that must be the impact of our outside influence in some way. Is it because we're here remembering the loops that information is somehow making it back to him? I don't just...
Huh? What's going on?
He's starting to remember the loops. Fascinating.
His reactions have changed.
Because I wonder if maybe if we can get him to a point where he'll talk to us. If we can somehow communicate to him that we'll do whatever it takes to help him find his daughter, he'll keep going no matter what.
How many times have I... What's happening to me?
Yeah. He's starting to remember. Ooh, ooh.
Wait. Who are you?
What? Oh my god. Can you see all 3 of them or just Durin? What?
You can see us now?
Can you hear them?
I feel like I always could. but that I only just realized you were there.
Whoa.
Sorry, I don't know how to describe what I'm feeling.
That's fascinating, and I feel like that might be important later. It's like Columbina's ghost, maybe. That would be interesting if we realize that she's there, you know? Ooh, this might be telling us something interesting about how Tevat works. But who knows?
You were the ones guiding me using that marked barrier, right?
Plural, it seems like you can see all three of them.
I haven't done anything yet, but those monsters, those deaths, they feel like memories. Like things I really did experience. I won't find my daughter. In fact, I'll ultimately die trying to find her. Isn't that right?
Can keep going, though. I just realized that the emblem on his chest, doesn't that look like masterless stardust?
What? No, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
Even so, we're trying to find a way out of this.
I mean, I love it because it's like, don't give up, but here's the reality, but we're going to keep trying. The 3 answers you need to fully understand the situation.
You've not seen my daughter either, have you?
No, we haven't.
It seems she really isn't here.
I still feel like we should keep trying. If we were to reach her, would her phantom appear?
I'm sorry we couldn't help you.
I'm just tired. Maybe this is destiny. Maybe it doesn't matter how hard I search. How long do I have left?
I mean, it depends on if we intervene in that first scene or not. Because he usually dies in the first scene. And it also kind of depends on how long Moonprayer Night is going to last, you know? Because he's going to keep looping so long as the Kuvaki is high, right?
Experience says 15 to 20 minutes.
Ooh.
15 to 20.
Oh my god. Imagine getting that kind of news.
Thank you for all your help. Let's rest a while. You look exhausted too.
Now's not the time for you to start pitying us.
It's not pity. I'm just realizing that I've only got 10 or so minutes left. You know?
So don't give up in your last 10 minutes.
You say you're from Mondstadt, yes? A place with windmills, where people enjoy limitless freedom?
Oh my god, he came to sit down at the campfire. That must be so surreal from his perspective. The world is ending. You start time looping. And then you realize you're going to die, so you go have a picnic. I mean, like, to be fair, what else can he do? But at the same time, from his perspective, what a day he's having.
And you're from Sumeru, where they've built an academy into a giant tree?
Yeah, and he's from the distant past where these places don't even exist yet.
Yes. It seems you've never heard of either place.
Or is it because Hyperborea was still underground at the time?
Those names are unknown to me, I'm afraid. Yes. Have you heard of Hyperborea?
Yeah, here we go.
I have, but I heard that it was destroyed in the distant past.
So, do you realize now, sir?
I see. That was where my ancestors once lived.
Ooh.
What about Delphi Pytho? Was it later rebuilt?
Delphi Python. I'm gonna write that down. Like the Oracle of Delphi. 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 Ooh, you know what? Pytho. I wonder. Literally, Oracle of Delphi is what comes to mind immediately. I wonder if there's any visionaries there? Or if there's any connection specifically with Federfulnir from there. Or if maybe Delphi Pytho has to do with the moon that was in charge of the future.
I've never heard that name.
Wow, how cool.
Then what about Salvindagnir?
Oh my god, okay. The only reason I know this name is because it's appeared in my comments, but that's Dragonspine, isn't it? I have to go back to Dragonspine. I have to go back to Dragonspine. Wait, Durin's right there. Dragonspine is here with us.
I have seen that name on stone tablets on Dragonspine. But I'm afraid the only things left of that place are its ruins.
I'm so excited to go back to Dragonspine because, okay, very short aside here. Dragonspine was my favorite region, my first favorite region. It would still be my favorite region if it was like 4 times as big. But right now it's maybe like tentatively my second favorite region, just because it's so small. But I hit it so early in my playthrough that I didn't realize how in-depth this game went with its like world building. It was so early that I saw ruins. I'm like, oh cool, ruins. There's no history here, though, just ruins, because the game wouldn't spend so much time developing a whole ancient civilization just to destroy it. But no, they did that multiple times. So, I don't know the story of Dragonspine yet, is what I'm trying to say. And I so badly want to know it. I want to go back so badly.
I see. Sure enough, there was no way to turn this around, huh?
But it's already a little bit difficult because I started those quests in episode, like, 23 or something. And I don't remember the little bits of information that I have already learned. Ugh.
I'm sorry. I was the one who asked to chat, but it seems like we're too many ages apart. There's barely any common ground to start from.
Come on, guys. Please ask about Columbina. They ran into us in the town, so they know that we need to know about Columbina. Well, I guess so. Ask about the moons.
It's alright. We did hear something new, at least.
Delphi Pytho.
From how you speak of your lives, things must be going alright for you, I guess.
For a given definition.
They are. Mondstadt is a place of freedom and happiness. There's a lot of good people in the church and the Knights of Favonius, and even outsiders find that it's an easy place to feel at home.
Oh, good. I'm so glad.
We have festivals a few times a year. Everyone gets together to drink, sing, and be merry.
We have festivals.
Sumeru is a lot more uptight. Not really the kind of place where you can relax. It's a nation fraught with problems wherever you look. But if all you want in life is to seek knowledge, I guess it's pretty much paradise.
That's wonderful.
I love how, you know, you can see their own personality shining through in the way they describe places.
In other words, after this
The contrast.
all-devouring black tide passed, humanity did not merely avoid extinction, but rose to build prosperous civilizations anew.
Yes.
I mean, I can see you all right now. That must mean the future isn't a total mess, right?
Brings back the question, though, how can you understand each other?
That's true.
And I've already shared my thoughts and theories on that, like, an episode or 2 ago. But still, it just comes back to mind.
Well, time's almost up. Let's part ways, I think. Might be best if you don't waste too much time on me.
Wait, ironically, if he doesn't go looking for his daughter, might he survive longer than 10 to 15 minutes? Because if he's just over here hanging out with us and chatting, he shouldn't die, right?
The chances are slim, I know, but I'd like to spend these last few minutes looking for Spargana. If things work out, I'd love to tell her about what I've heard.
Look at Celestia in the background.
May we meet again. Well, or not, most probably. In that case, may your wishes come true.
You are so nice. Are you sure you don't want us to go with you? Improve your chances? Bye.
He's gone. In a few minutes, he will meet the end that was his to begin with. The ending of this tale did not change, but I believe that we've just made the most progress we have yet.
May your wishes come true. If only it were so simple.
The epic music in the background. Wow.
Hat Guy, could I ask you a question?
He still calls him Hat Guy.
You've never talked about your past. It seems complicated, and it weighs heavily on you, too.
Oh my god, wait, answers to my question? No way! He's never talked about it? It seems complicated, though. So, I do kind of feel like I want to stick with my current working theory, which is that he shared some of the emotions that he's experienced, some of his mindset that has resulted from his past, but not the details of what happened back then.
Would you be willing to tell me about it? I mean, sometimes it's better to get things out in the open. Take that guy we try to help, for instance. At least he said goodbye with a smile.
Whoa. Right? Oh my goodness. It's a difficult question, isn't it? Because on one hand, it could be... Oh my god, okay, so there's like 3 layers to this already. For him, it could be really important for him to share his past with someone else, you know? That's allowing that connection again, that's allowing that attachment that I believe he wants, but has hurt him so badly in the past, you know? Because those people then died on him. And so it's, do I allow this person to know me and make that connection again, even though that kind of opens me up to another heartbreak if something were to happen to this person? So there's that question. And then there's the question of, sharing his past would be a huge step for him. Because I do wonder how he feels about that past now, because he's done a lot of horrible things. And we know he's been trying to atone for some of those. So if he were to share his past now, like, how is he feeling about that? Like, does he feel ashamed? Does he feel, you know, I am now doing my best, I am changing? Does he feel that he's successfully changed already? I don't think he's gotten to that point. I feel like he's still trying to... Even though he has changed as a person, like, the person he is moving forward is different from who he was in the past, I feel like he's still trying to atone for the things he did in some ways. Because he has a long way to go on that topic. But on the other hand, he's also learned more truth about his past. He learned in Inversion of Genesis about how manipulated he was by Dottore. And so maybe that as well, unfortunately, could be a source of shame for him, that he played into Dottore's hands. You know, he was lied to, and his actions in response to those falsehoods caused him to cause a lot of harm. And so he probably isn't proud of that time. And it's also very vulnerable to share with another person that you were deceived, particularly because it was his good nature that, and his innocence, that caused him to fall for Dottore's traps way back when. And so there's that part of it too. Is he comfortable sharing this part of himself yet? And then additionally, think about who Durin is to him. Durin is basically like his child, or, you know, a child that he is helping to raise, at the very least, I would say, right? You can maybe say he's his little brother. But at the very least, he is a young person that the Wanderer is helping to grow. I don't know about the grammar there, but he's trying to help teach him and guide him. And so if he tells him about all the ways, you know, probably in his mind, in which he messed up in the past, you know, what would Durin then think of him? And how would that influence Durin's behavior in the future as well? So I feel like from the Wanderer's perspective, this is a very risky thing to do, because it opens him up to heartbreak. It opens him up to judgment. And I wouldn't be surprised if he has a little bit of feeling of, oh, if I, you know, share who I am with the people around me, it will be to their detriment. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if he has that sort of self-deprecating view of his past. But then on the other hand, would it be good for him to share? I think it would be good for him to share if the response was positive. I don't think he could handle another rejection at this point, particularly from Durin.
I know about Albedo's past. Our experiences are very similar, and he created me. As for you, you're my first friend, and you've witnessed every step I've taken. But by comparison, I know nothing about you.
Oh man, look at his face. And from Durin's perspective, I feel like, unfortunately, or fortunately, I don't know. I feel like he doesn't need to know the Wanderer's past in order to grow healthy and happy and strong, you know? But it would mean a lot to him. And it would be, I mean, speaking of learning from each other, it would give him a tremendous amount of secondhand worldly experience. You know, it could help him not make some of the choices that the Wanderer made in the past. But at the same time, it's a very heavy story. Is he ready for it at this time? Does he need it at this time?
Either way, I mean, we're still best friends.
Aw, the smile.
But if I knew more about you, I might understand your thoughts a bit better.
Oh my god, he's so kind. He's so sweet. And you can tell already that he's grown a lot since he was Mini Durin and since he was given this human form. Because he's actively seeking more information, basically. Which, it's a small change, but, you know, children, they're sponges. They absorb. But it takes a very precocious child or someone who is a little bit older than a child to actively seek information that they realize they don't have.
I've told you about myself. I'm a student at the academia.
Ooh.
And what did you do before that?
Ooh.
Prepared for the entrance exam?
All right. If you really don't want to talk about it, I won't press you any further.
Look at that emotional intelligence! Oh my god, I love him. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
I was a puppet built from the branches of a white tree, using technology left behind by the Conrian schools of mechanical engineering.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Okay. Whoa. First of all, why is Simulanka right there? I thought Simulanka meant, like, simulation, you know, artificial world, fairy tale world. Puppets built? Built get Simulanka? That is fascinating. I want to know more about that immediately. Secondly, wait. Built from the branches of a white tree? You can't say that in the context that we're currently in. A white tree? Is that the tree I think it is? I want to go read the leyline branch drops immediately. Were you built from Irminsul? That is fascinating, and it does kind of make me see a lot of what happened in Inversion and of Genesis in a new light. The way he was able to modify Irminsul was because he still possessed some divine power, they said. But I wonder if he was built from Irminsul? I wonder if that allowed him to understand and work with it better. Additionally, with his memories being erased, I wonder if he was actually hit the hardest by Irminsul at that time. Not only because, you know, it was him that was getting erased, but because he's of Irminsul? He's of... And then, when he got the information back about his past, that is interesting. Basically, I wonder, on one hand, if he processes information maybe to a deeper extent than others around him because he's built from Irminsul. That could be interesting. That could have huge implications. But on the other hand, if he has that information back, is there any link between him and Irminsul that still survives? Because since he got his memories back, is there a possibility that they're somewhat still connected to Irminsul, or reconnected to Irminsul? That would be interesting. I wonder. Then, okay, this last sentence, or last part of the sentence. We know that he was built by A, using an art that was long lost to time or something. I believe at one point, I was wondering, this sounds familiar to me, where did she get that knowledge? Where did she learn this? I think at one point I might have thought, did she learn it from her sister? But also, you know, she knows a lot of engineering and forging techniques that are lost to Inazuma in the present, largely because of the actions of a certain somebody. But that technique was from Conria? How on earth did A learn it? Did she seek it out deliberately once her sister passed? She's like, how can I recreate her? Did she learn it? Because Makoto went to Conria and died there, right? During the Cataclysm, right? Did she learn it when she went after Makoto? It's from Conria. That's cool. But I'm really just interested, like... Ooh, two thoughts. First, and actually, how did A learn it? And secondly, could we meet puppets from Conria? Did they make puppets? I'm looking very suspiciously at Piero right now. Interesting. Because if someone in Conria made a puppet, I don't think that puppet would be struck by the curses. Either one, right? They're not living, question mark? And they don't have blood, so they wouldn't be hilly-churled or immortalized. But also, that kind of makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? Conria, Irminsul, and using Irminsul to make puppets. Whoa!
A white tree? You mean an Irminsul tree?
Also, that's fascinating. An Irminsul tree. I suppose I picture Irminsul as like one big tree that has a bunch of ley lines popping up all over the place. But maybe that's what he means. Like there's other outcroppings of Irminsul on the surface of Tivat. That'll explain how A got the materials. I don't suppose she went to the Sumeru digital Irminsul. She probably found an outcropping.
Yes. A branch of Irminsul that was once connected to the main tree.
Oh my god, wait! Nahita's also made from Irminsul. She's made from a leaf, isn't she? Or like a little twig? Wow. I love it. Once connected to the main tree. So, like, what? Was it pruned? Haha, prune. Was it pruned away? Or was that tree no longer connected already by the time A took some wood from it?
So you had a human creator too?
Oh my god, he didn't even know that part. Wow, he really knew nothing about him.
Yeah. But my creator abandoned me after deciding that I was a failure.
Oh my god, wait, middle ground! He doesn't have to share everything. He can just share parts, the parts that are most relevant to Durin and how he can relate to Durin. Oh my god, and he can't even face them as he shares this.
After that...
He's smiling. How much is he going to tell him? Oh! Hello! Are you going to really?
Durin. Resisting the influence of the Abyss, suppressing the urge to destroy, trying to do the right thing. None of these things are easy.
Oh my god, I can't believe we got to see a glimpse of his old model. That was so cool. But also, yeah, see, this is the sort of thing I was expecting, where he's saying these things that to Durin will demonstrate that he understands what he's facing, what he's going through. But, and they imply that the Wanderer has gone through a similar thing in the past, but he's not giving him the details. This is kind of exactly what I was expecting from him. But it's understandably so, based on everything we were talking about earlier.
But no matter how hard they are, trying to rewrite past wrongs is far harder.
Yeah, he would know, wouldn't he?
You asked me if you would create a new tragedy if you failed. I told you there was no point speculating about that. But the real answer is, yes, you absolutely will.
Oh!
That guy.
Motivational speech? Question mark.
But at least you've got people here to help steer you away from the wrong path. So, just keep aiming towards the light.
Yeah, he's not diminishing the importance of the task that Alice has assigned him, a question mark. But at least he's not alone in it.
I will. I promise.
All right, break time's over.
Oh my god, I love this family so much. Alice?
Hello? Durin speaking.
Oh my god, it's the little sound! It's the little sound! I remember that from watching the event for Golden Apple.
Hello, friends, it's me! What have you been up to, I'm detecting some unmistakable fluctuations here at the border.
Oh yeah, because she told them to find a way to interact with the phantoms, right? And those ripples have reached her? Ooh.
The amplitude isn't particularly high, but they're completely different signals from the ones before, and the scale is comparable to those I've detected previously.
Detected previously? Someone else was doing this? What do you mean detected previously?
Alice, we were unable to save that person. However, he appears to have retained a portion of the memories gained through that cycle, and was able to hold a conversation with us.
So wait, could it be... Scale is comparable.
I see. Well, that is rather odd indeed. It definitely merits further attention.
Odd indeed.
Could I trouble you to keep trying the same approach? I need to gather some more data. Counting on you. I should probably have Nicole come and check this out as well.
Act 5 complete? You're kidding me. You're kidding me. That's Act 5? That's the end of Act 5? Are we going straight into Act 6? Give me a breather. No! Nicole!
I was worried you might stop to collect treasure chests opened by the Seelie along the way.
Whoa.
It would have taken you so much longer to get here.
Oh, that's right, the Seelie. What is that? It looks like a gate? It looks like a key? This is the coolest thing I've ever seen. Okay, unfortunately, I do have to call it here because, as mentioned, I have a place I need to go. So, I'm gonna call it here. Oh my god. So much happened. What on earth? My last thing I was thinking during that last scene with Nicole is that... I'm sorry, with... What's her name? Alice. Alice is that she's much more of a scientist than I expected her to be. You know, we know she likes to make things, we know she's a mage, we know she loves to have fun, basically. But it seems like she's much more methodical, data-driven of a researcher than I expected. Which is pretty cool. Because naturally, even though we know that she's a mage, she likes to have fun, she likes to make incredible works of magical power. Just for the fun of it. Again, thinking of Simulanka. We know already, just from her sheer existence, that she's much more intelligent and much more maybe shrewd than she lets on. She's planning a lot behind the scenes that we are not privy to. We've gotten a little hint of that with her telling us that she works to protect Teyvat's borders. So we do know indeed, she isn't just having the time of her life traveling around the world, she's protecting the world. That's a very important task. But from that scene, just then, with her talking through the Dodoko, yeah, we're starting to see a little bit more of the side that she keeps more secret. Which is pretty cool. I love how she didn't show that side to us, necessarily. But she's showing it to that trio of characters that she is much closer to than us, honestly. That's really cool. Okay. Anyways, those are my final thoughts on Alice. Kind of a mess, but hopefully you can kind of get what I'm going for there. I have been so fed today. I love all these characters, and I love these character combinations because you get those conversations that are not only so emotionally charged, but are so layered. And it's fantastic. I love it so much. Oh my god. I'm so proud of so many people today. Like, I actually feel like we might be able to succeed in what we're trying to do. Not only because we have Alice and Nicole on our side, but also because of all the people who are working on this project. It's so cool. Anyways, yeah, I guess those are my final thoughts for now. We'll keep going with this next time, naturally. Going straight into Act 6 now. It's okay. I guess I was going to read Time Tracker, but that will have to happen at another time, I guess. For now, indeed, we are done here. So, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. A big shout out to our Patreon supporters, Jay Blakewood, Konosard, Power of Chaos, Mary, Edu, Gibrilia, the Loyal Servant of Her Majesty, the Tsaritsa, Ruru, Axel Iron, Jake Quellen, Lunar, Mathsan, Marcin, Marcus, Sal, Don't Call It, Brian, Warp, Summer, Mo, Lizaria, and all of our anonymous patrons. Thank you all so much, and I will see you all next time. Act 5 was amazing. This Archon quest is so good.